Alright, so I just went through all my collection again and I found this base which is absolutely filthy, which I'm going to clean first. I've got a bolt for the main stem. I've got a few flower heads and I've got these little rods here that I can cut and bend for the little flower heads to come off as like all individual flowers. I'll just clean that up. No grease on it now. The others aren't that bad. I'm going to use the wire wheel now just to get rid of all the rust so it's nice and clean. And I'll probably grind these flat on the grinder here. And I'll do that now. Now it's all cleaned up, I'll hit them with the welder. See how I cleaned up the ends of them and put a bit of a chamfer on each end, just so the weld's a bit more solid and easier. Nowhere near as much rust. I did leave a little bit on there just for a bit of colour, but it won't interfere with the welds at all. I've got that welded all up, all good. So now I'm going to work on putting the main, probably the first flower head on there. Should be that one. But I'm going to have it a little bit like offset like that. So I'm going to cut some shorter lengths of this and grind them back, and then I'll work from there. All good. So I've got that flower head welded on there now. I'm going to probably put one off to the side here with a little bit of a bend in it. Maybe stick it back or forward a little bit more. I'm going to cut this to size and bend it. So I'm actually going to use this one piece for 2 flowers on each side. Something like that. And I'm going to have a flower head on each end of it. And I'll weld that now. Alright, so I've got the basic shape so far with 3. I'm going to put another one higher up, so it'll be about here-ish, the flower head, because it does have a bit of a weight issue of leaning that way, because obviously it's leaning and it's a heavy bolt through that flower, and this one's hollow. So I'm going to put another one coming up just here, just to help it out, and then that should be it. Alright, so that's probably it all welded up at the moment. I need to clean it still, and then I'm going to paint it afterward. I'm going to use the wire wheel to clean it, and then it'll be ready for priming and then painting. Alright, so I just got it all taped up. It's all ready for paint and priming. This is the paint I'll be using, cheapo brand. And this is the primer, which is a little bit more dear, but it does a good job. I'll be doing 1 coat today and the rest tomorrow. Now that the paint's all dry, it's all ready to peel the tape off. Here it is, the final product. Cleaned up, painted, all degreased. To be honest with you, I think it's probably my worst one yet, as I've made a few others, and I don't know, I just don't really like this design. It looks a lot better with no tape on it now, because the tape's not going to make it any better, but I didn't have my hopes up too high with it. But it's still a flower, and I'm still happy with it that I made it, because it's a good learning curve of what I don't like and what I do like. The main center bolt here is way too off center, like way too angled, and then that kind of probably threw it off at the start. It does still tip over that way a little bit, but yeah, it's not the best, but yeah, good learning curve.